I don't think you get it. You tell me why.
Improving, sir. And
improving how? You're smoking last night.
You will never do it.
I would never do it again. Like it's
either going to end up in prison or in a casket.
This is so hard. I told him I was only messing up at work because of this.
Don't shake your head because you have no idea. You think you know too much. But I'm going to show you about what you do know. You have nobody to blame for this but at all, right? In fact, I'm just going to guess. I don't know your mom, but I'm just going to guess she's probably told you not to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you don't listen to her, and you're not listening to me or the court. You just want to play by your own rules, don't you?
No, sir. No, I don't.
Because otherwise you wouldn't have done it last night. Man, how old are you?
18 now.
When was your birthday?
December 21st, 2006. It's my birthday.
So we turned 18 this, as I told the court, it was charged originally in a juvenile matter, and then it was dismissed and they recharged as adult.
You understand, young man, that you are facing a life offense.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
What you're about to watch is not just another courtroom lecture, it's a slow-motion reality check for an 18-year-old who genuinely believes rules don't apply to him. This case starts with a smirk, a shrug, and a whole lot of confidence, but it unravels fast. The defendant walks into court thinking his age, his first offense, and a few rehearsed apologies will save him. What he doesn't seem to grasp is that he's standing in front of a judge while facing a charge that carries the possibility of life in prison. This isn't about a technical violation or a bad decision made once. We're talking about a brutal domestic assault, serious injuries, and then, unbelievably, a bond violation right before court. And as this hearing unfolds, you'll watch the judge peel back excuse after excuse, expose the entitlement underneath, and zero in on one uncomfortable truth: this kid hasn't learned a thing yet. You'll also see a mother caught in the middle, exhausted, terrified, and slowly realizing that love alone can't protect her son from consequences anymore. This hearing is tense, emotional, and at times downright painful to watch. And by the end, one question hangs in the air: is this young man going to wake up, or is he already on a collision course with prison?
And it's taken a lot for me to realize what position I am in, and
I don't think you get it. You found yourself in a position where maximum penalty is life or any term of years. Have you graduated high school?
No, sir.
No, you haven't even graduated high school and you're facing a life offense, and then somebody just gives you some simple rules to follow, some simple things not to do, and you can't do that. You can't follow your mother's rules, you can't follow the court's rules, you can't follow any rules. So you tell me why, if you're just going to throw away your life, why I shouldn't just lock you up right now?
No.
You tell me why.
Improving, sir. And
improving how? You're smoking last night. Tell me how that's an improvement.
I do it. I'm gonna tell you why. I usually need to study or focus study, and it helps me focus while studying. I listen to music, and honestly, no harm for it. And
you will never do it.
I would never do it again. I can do it whenever I'm not addicted to it or anything. I just like it because it helped me study.
Great.
I got good. My grades are improved now. Back since I've been out, I've been having.
Did you tell your mother you needed something to help you study?
I said I prefer. I actually.
Did you tell your mother that?
No. No, sir.
Because you're just so grown, you took it on your own.
Sorry. I was trying to do things on my own, and clearly I messed up, and this just shows that I need my mother to supervise me and to.
You're not listening to her. I don't, and I'll be honest with you, I went through the bond form, Mr. McGoes. I don't understand how he has a PR bond. I don't.
So the family would not be able to make a high cash bond or a significant money bond. He came to the court with no prior history of any misconduct. He is high school senior, on track to graduate. I explained to the magistrate how the family has all come together to take care of this, help assist this young man through this time. He's on a tether, on house arrest. All he is able to do is go to school and church. And I believe those are the two places that he's gone to.
Yeah, those are two places that I've only been.
He is not a risk of committing any offenses. He's not a risk of...
Yes, he is.
This is the moment where the courtroom temperature changes. Up until now, the defendant is nodding along, saying, "Yes, sir," doing what looks like compliance, but listen carefully. The judge isn't just asking if he understands the charge. She's testing whether it has actually landed. Facing a life offense isn't abstract. It means every choice from this point forward matters. And yet, what's striking here is how casual he still seems. No visible panic. No urgency. Just agreement without comprehension. Judges see this pattern all the time, young defendants repeating the right words without grasping the stakes. And the judge immediately notices the disconnect. When she points out that he hasn't even graduated high school yet, it's not to shame him, it's to highlight how wildly disproportionate his situation is to his maturity level. This is a teenager standing on the edge of consequences most adults never face. And instead of tightening up, he's already signaling that rules are optional. That's what concerns the court most, not just what he did, but what he keeps doing.
Because he did it already.
It's possible, and not to excuse anything here, Judge, but it's possible that I didn't explain the conditions sufficiently to this young man.
How's that feel with your sword in your chest?
I don't think I understand the court.
I don't mind attorneys falling on the sword for their client,
Thank
but
you.
this young man is not listening. He is not. He is just going to decide to do things his way. And I think his problem is he's running to the wrong judge to try to do stuff his own way.
Understood, Judge. I would suggest that perhaps if he were to test regularly and prove to Your Honor that he does respect the court, does understand what he needs to do.
You know, Mr. Margolis, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No worries.
It's almost not so much about respecting the court, although I do require that. But you know, I'm sitting up there watching on the Zoom screen, and I see his mom just standing beside her child. And it's the fact that you don't respect her that is really irritating me. And because of that, you're not even doing the things to respect yourself. You're an 18-year-old kid up here facing life sentences for what? And again, I don't know your mom, but you got these charges come up, you got your mom scared to death.
If Your Honor would like to speak with her, she'd be more than happy to talk to the court. Right?
I'll tell you what, I'll hear from mom on my exam.
Your Honor, and I probably mentioned this already, but he's in his last semester. My concern is that
This explanation right here is where the defendant really hurts himself. He's not just admitting to the violation, he's justifying it. Saying marijuana helps him study, helps him focus, improves his grades, that's not remorse. That's rationalization. And in court, especially on bond for a violent felony, rationalization is a massive red flag. The judge isn't evaluating whether weed helps him personally. She's evaluating whether he can follow a direct order, and notice how every answer shifts responsibility away from himself. He didn't tell his mother. He decided on his own. He thought it wasn't a big deal. That mindset is exactly why judges revoke bond. If you can't comply with the simplest condition, don't use substances, how can the court trust you with freedom? From the bench's perspective, this isn't about marijuana. It's about control, judgment, and whether this defendant believes he's accountable to anyone at all.
if he's detained for long.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I know Your Honor knows.
I know.
I just wanted to put that out there. And he,
Hey, you know what? If I don't care about his education, about his life, if he doesn't care, why should I?
I think he does care. I think he's just made some mistakes. And
He's
improved.
not listening.
He's never talked to you before.
Oh, I can tell.
Meaning he's listening to you, Judge.
Mom, is there anything you want to say? I know this is not. Excuse me one moment.
Oh, yes. Please. Let me see where he wants her to speak. Back there, of course.
Put him over there with you, Alan, and then Mom can come up so I can hear her. State your name.
Nicole Barrow.
All right. What do you want? What do you want to tell me?
I know most moms will say that they have like a good kid and they give you this long spiel and then they do something bad and they're like, oh no, you should believe it. But when I tell you, like, I'm in shock, utter shock. He was really a good kid and still is. I did not know. I knew he had a vape, but it wasn't marijuana. And I did tell him it was bad for his lungs. Prior to that, he was my only child that I knew for sure was going somewhere. He's never smoked, never been in any trouble. Him and his brother had started a business where they were selling hoodies in school. He would even be the one, helping me around the house. He's got a brother 16 months apart from him. I moved up to Ann Arbor 8 years ago so that he could go to a baccalaureate school because my two oldest children went to Cass Tech. His older brother went to Eastern and somebody laced his weed and sent him on a trip. By the grace of God, he came back. He's got a degree now. He's going to U of M this fall for software engineering. He even got a STEM scholarship. So that was the example that I was showing my younger children. Don't smoke weed. Don't hang out with these kids. Started hanging with some new kids that were older than him in college. And then I think turning 18, he thought he could,
Just thought
be
he was
rebellious and grown. Yeah. And not knowing. I just asked that the court show mercy. And I know this isn't something light or to be taken lightly, the charges that he's facing. We don't consider it lightly. We come from a good background. Our family, civil rights activists. I don't know if you ever heard of Willie Barrow,
Okay.
my aunt.
Yes.
Joe Lewis, my great uncle. I'm doing well at Blue Cross. I'm making a name for myself with the CEO. I'm back in school.
Ma'am,
So he comes from a good
stop
family.
you.
I'm sorry.
I do not doubt that at all.
Yeah. So it's hard.
I do not doubt that you as a mom have tried to do everything within your power to give him the tools and everything else so he could succeed.
This exchange between the judge and defense counsel is brutally honest. The attorney does what defense attorneys are trained to do: minimize, contextualize, explain. But the judge cuts straight through it. When she says she doesn't mind lawyers falling on the sword, what she's really saying is this: advocacy only works when the client is actually listening. And here, the defendant isn't. From the court's point of view, the attorney's argument collapses under one fact: the violation already happened. It doesn't matter whether the rules were explained perfectly. It doesn't matter whether intentions were good. Compliance is binary. You either follow bond conditions or you don't. And when the judge says, because he did it already, that's the end of the debate. This isn't hypothetical risk, it's demonstrated behavior. And judges weigh behavior far more than promises.
Screen. It wouldn't be easy for you, but if you just walked away from your kid that might have done wrong, I don't know that anybody would blame you necessarily. You didn't do that. You were standing cheek to cheek with him.
Yeah.
So understand, any decision that I make is no reflection on you.
Sure. I understand.
But what I also understand is I've been doing this long enough to realize if he keeps getting away with this stuff, he's either going to end up in prison or in a casket. Don't shake your head because you have no idea. You think you know too much, but I'm going to show you about what you do know. Mom, is there anything else you want to tell me?
He thought marijuana was legal and he could do that. And then they didn't tell us that the probation. I know it's wrong, but they didn't give us restrictions or to anything to him. And I think he didn't know it because that's what he said coming in. If that, I know it's not helpful.
I got you.
I thank you
His
for
bond,
allowing
his
me.
bond conditions are what his bond conditions are. I understand they may not have told him, but you told him.
Yeah, I
He
did.
knew.
I did tell him. And I just asked if you do makeup on, can you make it affordable for me? It's just me. And then I've been missing work already. I've missed almost a month. They're on me. I got to go meet with my HR on Monday about my job. This is so hard. And I told him I was only messing up at work because of this. I thought I could handle it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm so
do not
sorry.
apologize.
I'm so sorry.
What time's your appointment on Monday?
In the morning when I go to work at 8 a.m. I work in Medicare Advantage down at the Blue Cross. It'll be 2 years in May.
What time do you get out of work?
4:30. You're right.
All right. Okay.
Thank
And you work, how far is it from your work to here?
It takes me about 45 minutes.
To get here?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the people's original request was for $25,000. That was before people were aware of the new violation with the marijuana. This time, people will be requesting refunded for the violation. I know the court indicated I've gone through the bond request form. I know my colleague did a fantastic job outlining all the facts. I did just want to again emphasize the severe injuries and assault that occurred on one of the victims here with the broken nose, chipped tooth. She was bitten in her hand as she was trying to fight the defendant for control of the car keys. I think remand is appropriate at this time.
Margolis.
I have nothing additional to add, Judge. This isn't the time to talk about the facts. We do have compelling defense to this case, but I'm not going to get into them now. This is a first offense, first charge of the lifetime for this young man. The family does not have money to pay a high bond. I would, if Your Honor was going to change the bond, I would suggest something in the range of 10 to 25,000, 10% if possible.
But if I make it higher than that, then family doesn't have it. And then he doesn't graduate.
Correct.
And everything's a mess.
Correct.
This is where the case stops being just legal and becomes deeply human. You can hear it in her voice: shock, confusion, heartbreak. She's not denying the seriousness of the charges. She's trying to reconcile the son she raised with the situation unfolding in front of her. Parents often come into court hoping their child's past goodness will outweigh the present harm. And emotionally, that makes sense. Legally, it doesn't. What stands out is how much she has sacrificed, moving cities, prioritizing education, trying to set examples through her older children. And yet, none of that shields her son from accountability. The judge acknowledges her effort, which matters. But effort doesn't undo harm. The tragedy here is that she's being punished emotionally for decisions she didn't make. This is the ripple effect of violent behavior. It devastates families on both sides of the courtroom.
Man, anything you want to say?
I just want to say that I do learn from my mistakes. I'm getting closer to God. I know I do look at my mistakes, and I know it impacts my family, and I know it impacts my mother, and it really breaks my heart. I've been improving. I've been improving in school, my business. I'm helping opening up a business today, actually, for pregnant women, for a pregnancy pillow. I'm trying to do the right thing, and I won't smoke again. That's no problem for me to not smoke again. I won't, other than that, I've been following my probation rules. I've been texting my probation officer. I have not committed any other violations. I've been going to school on time, and I really apologize to the court. I'm sorry. I apologize to you. And that's it.
There's something. So I'm sitting there listening to your mother, and then understand something. You will never, ever possess the right to break her heart. You just don't have that right. Normally, and the easy thing for me to do is to accede to the people's request. If I accede to the people's request, you're not out. You don't graduate. Everything becomes a whole mess. But it also seems that if I let you out, you can't seem to follow the rules or do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about it. And I'm going to decide what I want to do. But you're not leaving here today, Mr. Allen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to revoke your bond. You sit there and you think about it. I'm going to set a bond hearing 4 o'clock on Monday, 4 p.m. I'm setting 4 p.m. so you can get into the building. Ma'am, you get to work. You get here. We'll be here. We'll wait for you. Okay? We'll finally have somebody that's waiting on you as opposed to you waiting on everybody else and everything falling through. But what you're going to do, young man, since you can't seem to understand what kind of life you're kind of headed to, you ever been in jail?
Yeah.
For how long?
They put me in here for 4 days.
On this case, Judge.
Well, you're going to be back in. And then when come Monday, you might just stay in. You have nobody to blame for this but you. So at this time, defendant is remanded. We'll see you on Monday.
When the judge says this, prison or a casket, she's not being dramatic. She's being predictive. Judges develop an instinct after years on the bench, and this warning comes from experience. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about trajectory. Repeated defiance, entitlement, and violence don't just disappear. They escalate. And the judge sees a young man who still believes he knows better than everyone else in the room. Notice how she tells him not to shake his head. That body language alone tells her everything. He's still resisting the message. Still minimizing. Still thinking he's smarter than the situation. And that's exactly why judges intervene early, because unchecked behavior leads to irreversible outcomes. This is the court trying to interrupt a future it's seen too many times before.